What else we got here? Let's go to new releases.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any?
I'm like, yeah, we can.
What about this Tron game? Talk to me about this Tron game. I like Tron. How could is this game for me?
It might be. It's on Switch.
Do I throw any discs, or am I just talking to people?
I don't know. I honestly haven't been paying too much attention about games on consoles.
It's made by Mike Bithell.
Bithell, yeah, it's a Bithell game.
So it's probably just them, like Tronies talking to each other.
I mean,
you're not on like a grid or a motorcycle.
I don't know.
I would think.
Tron Identity is a visual novel adventure following Query, a detective program tasked with uncovering the mystery of what was taken and by whom.
How do you spell that? Is it QUEER-E?
No, it's spelled QUERY.
Oh,
Query.
My way's funnier.
I know.
Is he a gay AI?
Yeah. I don't.
Gay eye. Is he gay eye?
I get it.
What else we got in new releases?
Horror Tale 1 Kidnapper.
What?
I don't know. It's the name of a game.
I don't believe you.
EA Sports PGA Tour.
Oh, how is that? Were they able to make a golf game good? Because it's been a while, I feel. Let's see. Metacritic.
Well, you can play as John Cena in that one, can't you? Is that
true?
Oh, wait, no. That's in this is EA Sports?
EA Sports PGA Tour 77.
I did hear that it's in the game.
John Cena's in the game?
You wouldn't be able to see him anyway. What's the point?
Right. I'm fine. I used to play a lot of golf games, but I feel like I played so much I don't need to play anymore.
Ooh, the lights just went off.
Ooh. What else we got here?
Lee Trevino's Fighting Golf.
All right. All right, let's get out of here. What else we got? Let's move on to Wombat's Fortnightly News.
Sure.
Let's do it.
The big news today, or in the last couple of days, was that Redfall, that's the vampire shooting game.
Mm-hmm.
Is that, and it's an Xbox console exclusive?
Yes.
And the news is that it's only 30 frames per second at launch with the 60 frame per second option coming in the future, not in the near future, but just in the future. People seem really upset about that.
I don't understand. I understand that 60 frames per second is better than 30 frames per second.
I'm glad.
I understand that.
Thank you. Otherwise, we'd have to kick you off the show.
No, I do understand that.
Yes.
What I don't understand is why people care.
Well, it's much better in 60 frames per second.
I understand that. I didn't say is it much better or is it just better?
It's twice as better.
I mean, seriously.
I think people are upset.
It can make a difference.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
Like in a first person, or in a single player game.
Yeah, this is a co-op game. So you're not fighting other human beings. You're only fighting.
It doesn't matter when people want to play. It's an FPS though, right?
It might be third person, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, could be. I don't know.
Like how we don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've watched videos of this before, and and
you still don't know. Me too.
I still don't know. Yeah.
Right.
I think
it doesn't matter to me, I guess. It does, like third person anymore. That's usually just like so close to the character that you're essentially playing a first person game, anyways. I don't know. I get preferring it to be 60 frames per second, but
sure. I never said that. Yeah, I 100% agree.
It's just a way that people can bash Xbox, because if it was a PS5 exclusive.
Well, it's first person, by the way. People made the same complaint about that Gotham Knights game. Like, I kept seeing that on Twitter today. It was, well, this was the reason why Gotham Knights failed. No, this is not the reason.
Not the reason.
That is not the reason why. It had nothing to do with it being 30 frames per second in a single player game. No, again, I understand if you're playing online multiplayer against other real people where a faster frame rate totally makes a competitive difference. I understand that. But if you're playing a game at 30 frames per second, it's single player, and it looks fine, I don't understand what the big deal is.
Well, it also depends on if the gameplay is made for 30 frames per second or not as well, right? Like, you don't want to play a racing game at 30 frames per second anymore, right? Like, you can tell a difference there if you're playing Forza.
Yeah, you can tell the difference in a first-person shooter too. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
People are, and I think people just don't understand, like, why can't this be ready at launch? Why, should they just delay the game and wait till it's ready? But isn't this a Game Pass? This is a Game Pass special,
It's a Game
right?
Pass game. Yep.
I'm just gonna throw it out there and not give a shit.
Yeah, it comes out less than a month. Less than a month.
And hope maybe they can get it going quick. Get a patch going quick.
Fine. I have a feeling it's gonna be fine.
Okay, people are very upset.
People are stupid.
Did you see this article that Nintendo has subpoenaed Discord to get the identity for the Tears of the Kingdom, the Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game? I guess there's a leak from an art book that's coming out. I think it's coming out with you have to order it at Best Buy actually, to get that art book. And it's in the collector's edition. Got it. So they're subpoenaing Discord to try to find out the leaker's identity. Nintendo, very aggressive. What do you think?
Gotta protect your IPs.
I wonder what do you think Discord's gonna do?
Is it this?
Whatever Nintendo wants.
I saw something. Is this? Somebody said they were. I don't know. I saw it on Twitter when I was scrolling. Somebody got fired from GameStop, maybe over this.
Oh, already. So if they got the information already. They figured it out. I haven't seen. Look it up.
I saw it quickly scrolling on Twitter, and I didn't know what the situation was.
Oh, so they have the guy's username. They actually know who was the initial leaker on Discord. They have the guy's username. That's not good.
Yeah.
What was it?
It says
Julian?
GameStop 2 hours ago. GameStop employee who shared Tears of the Kingdom leak says he was fired at Nintendo's request.
Wow, that was fast.
They don't mess around.
Wow. I wonder. I guess, was it the same guy who posted it on Discord? Or his crony? His partner in leak crime? Interesting.
I think it was. I don't know.
Remember when Circuit City subpoenaed me to turn over the details of Speedy 1963? In
I do.
2007.
Is it really that long ago?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And then I paid a lawyer so I didn't have to do it, to fight it, and because their lawyer sucked more than my lawyer, so I didn't have to do it. Yay! It was good. And I got a lot of free publicity. Not free publicity, but I got a lot of cheap publicity. What else we got here? What are we playing?
So, Ship, I want to ask you as well. Have you checked out the Avengers game since the big patch?
I haven't because it took forever to download.
Oh, I downloaded the big patch for Avengers, and let me tell you, if the game came out and was somewhat more like this when it came out, probably would have been received a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
What do you mean? They just had all the costumes and stuff?
It has all the costumes. It also takes away some of the things that I also felt were kind of that sort of brought the game down. So if you recall, it also had those challenge cards. And to do stuff in the challenge cards, it was always like really tedious. Like it was tedious tasks that took away from playing the game you want to play it.
Sorry,
so
I know why you're talking about Avengers. Sorry about that. I apologize.
You asked the question. But anyway, the update gets rid of those challenge cards and all of those challenge card tasks. So now you're just going into the game, and if you want to just fight robots as Captain America and not think about how many headshots you need to get by throwing the shield, it just makes the game a little bit freer and more fun. It also helps that Captain America looks like Captain America now. And not like, why is it this guy in this? Why is Captain America wearing a black, white, and red tack jacket?
I know. Because they want you to pay for the one that makes him look like Captain America.
Exactly.
Yes.
And that business decision did not work out well for them.
No. See, you know what? It's good. I'm glad that it fucking failed.
Yeah.
Good for, they deserve it.
Because, if you look at the default costumes, particularly the Captain America one,
It sucked. They sucked.
Thor
They all
ones,
sucked.
Yeah, no one looked like who they were. Like one of the game unlock skins for Iron Man was literally a guy in a t-shirt with a flight helmet on. And I'm like, what? Remember that? Chip knows what I'm talking about.
Wasn't that part of the storyline though too?
It was part of the storyline.
That would always made sense. And
you could get away with that.
Yeah.
If it leads to you getting this either comic book or movie accurate costume shortly thereafter, or when you finish the game, you get the dumb helmet look. Like, because no one wants that as a default look for half the story, which is what it feels like. So yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
They made a lot of mistakes with that game, and the patch.
That one backfired bad.
That one backfired really bad.
Do you think also for Marvel Sons, like the same bad decision, like putting the black and gold costumes, it's so visually boring looking? Like,
yeah, that was a bad decision. That was a bad marketing decision.
Yes,
but it's not but the game doesn't have that bad decision.
Yeah, okay, makes sense.
Because when you play Marvel Sons the black and gold costumes, that's the end. That's the last
reward.
thing.
That's your
reward. That's the last thing you unlock.
Yeah.
When you play the game as Spider-Man that looks like Spider-Man. So it's the opposite. So that's good. What they did is good.
Yes, but except for marketing. I mean, don't you think? I mean, I'm not a marketing expert, but if the superheroes look more like the superheroes that you know, you're guaranteed to sell more copies, like a substantial percentage of more copies, like 20% more. Like, I feel like that's not being ridiculous. Like, if
what they should have done is they should have had the hunter that you play with in the black and gold, and you could probably get away with like Blade and Magic and Ghost Rider,
like a variant. It's just a variant, really, for them,
as in the black and gold behind them, and then. Behind them,
the money makers.
You have Captain America, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and the Hulk in their comic book outfits.
It's gonna pop,
and that's that would pop, and you're gonna be like, oh, I get to play as this Marvel Sons team with this Avengers team, and look at the Avengers. They look like the Avengers. This is gonna be awesome, and they didn't do that, and that's where they fucked up.
Yeah, totally.
Right, Chip?
Yeah, I'll play that eventually.
That game is really good.
It just keeps dropping in price.
Don't you think though, if the cover had?
Oh no, we've talked about that before. I'm like,
it's crazy.
Send out a slip cover to the stores that just has Spider-Man's face on the front of it.
Yes, yeah,
and you're fine.
Just his face, just Spider-Man.
Spider-Man face,
and a bubble that says, "Hey, I'm in this game."
Right.
Yeah, and it's like. You can play as Spider-Man in the classic red and blue costume.
Yeah.
There's like 3 different shades of red and blue that you unlock while you play the game. You don't have to spend any money to get the Spider-Man to look like, and they all look like Spider-Man. Like, you're not going, who is that?
Right.